outside of just your normal day-to-day job and credentials in a way that's related to what I'm looking for.
Amazing. So that's the resume. Let's say you make it past, which is hard to do at Google, but you do. What does the interview process look like? There was this viral post on Reddit about a vibe coding interview. Is that true?
So some like quick comments on this. The what I should have done was approach it like a product design interview. I would say that anytime you're trying to be asked to build something, I would be approaching it with a product hat on if it's a PM interview. I think just jumping straight into vibe coding something is not what I'm looking for in a PM right now. Like, I think it's great that you can do that for what it's worth, but I've talked so much already about this. I'm going to say it again. Ideas are so important. Knowing what to build is so important. So if the first thing you do is jump straight into execution mode, that would worry me. I love seeing the ambition towards wanting to do that and the excitement of building. But first and foremost, I think that building something good is incredibly important. So I agree that starting with like more of a design or a product design mentality would have made sense. I'm trying to write openly about what I'm looking for in a PM and the characteristics, the questions I'm asking them to work on before making it into the in-person interview, because the goal of an interview isn't to try and trip you up. That's never my intention. Like, I truly just want to know how potential candidates think and if they're a good fit. But I can't speak to this person's particular interview experience. I think different teams will have different ways of going about it these days. But my general advice would be like, ask upfront what the interviewer is looking for and or suggest things. Even better, I think if all you do is go into an interview and ask what the expectations are over and over again, that can also lead to perhaps some like, awkward conversations. So maybe propose what it is you're about to do. And then you can check and say like, I'm going to approach it this way. Does that make sense? And
Yeah.
they can say yes or no at that point or steer you in another direction. But certainly like vibe coding is important. More importantly, I think is having that like product thought. And the goal is not to, on my side, my goal is never to trip up the candidates, but I do want to know how they think, and I do want to like have exciting conversations with them.
So the typical Google PM interview loop, as far as I've understood it from people I've mentored, there's a recruiter call, it's usually 30 minutes. There's a PM phone screen, it's usually 45 minutes. There's a full loop, which is usually 4 to 5 rounds. It'll usually have like product design, analytics and metrics, strategy and execution, maybe a technical discussion, usually some sort of leadership drive, behavioral, and then there's team matching. Is that the right process? Is that the up-to-date process?
The roles I have posted, I screen the candidates myself. So I think there might be some that follow that where the team matching comes at the end. For me, it's coming at the beginning where it's a specific role that I posted out there. So you are correct though that there is a initial screen with the recruiter, and then the way I've been doing it is I actually have candidates answer, I think it's 5 different questions, and I've shared them online, the ones that I asked them for. Then I read through all of them, and the ones that resonate well, I will flag to the recruiter, and she'll get them scheduled for that 45-minute call with myself. And then if that goes well, there's the full round of, I believe it is 4 interviews with different characteristics that we are looking for. But because I'm starting by looking for a specific candidate, there's no team matching at the end of this one. That isn't to say that there might still be other teams within Google, or other job applications within Google that are more broad to begin with, and then team matching comes at the end.
Got it. So we've covered so much in this episode. We covered a bunch of knowledge. We covered how to use Google's AI tools the best, how to break into AI PM. If you had to put it together into an 18-month roadmap for somebody